talk about a beautiful story. I love stories. So are we all ready for this very nice story? So this is a story about thousands of years back, long back, where there was this opulent kingdom, very big, made up of gold, like shiny, beautiful, stunning kingdom. And everybody who goes there gets mesmerized. So in this kingdom, there lives a strong king, a very, very strong, tall, handsome, dark complexioned, curly hair, this amazing, good-looking king, very strong. You know how fathers in our house are, like sometimes father-in-law, and rigid husbands sometimes, and also your bosses, in case some of you are working. So this rigid man is very strong and powerful. And something very much talked about him is that he's a man of principles and he loves discipline. And like all kings, he has a beautiful wife. So this wife is just opposite of king. She's very moody. She's very emotional. She's very sentimental. So when the children come, she cries. When the children go, she cries. Food is good. You appreciate in happiness, she cries. So she's a crybaby, but nice, beautiful, chubby, nurturing, pretty queen. They were living very happily. And now they had this little child in the family, like a little young girl in the family. And the beautiful family. Now this girl is growing up very pampered by her father. And she's talked about, everybody pampers her, listen to her, and this girl is very choppy. How many of you have girls in the family? You know how they bring happiness to the family, and they're like dad's favorite child, like ladli we called in Hindi. So this girl is growing up in a way of, making things happen her way. So when this girl is about 6 or 7 years old, suddenly there's this beautiful function happening in the kingdom where everybody is called on. And a lot of people from different states and countries come to this kingdom. So when everybody's there in this kingdom, a beautiful courtesan comes to the kingdom to perform. And this lady, she is stunning. She is beautiful, that what you have ever seen before. Like how Baji Rao got mesmerized with Mastani. So she dances so well. The grace in her eyes, her hands, the way she looks at him. There's something just sparked, between the two of them. Like, a little click sometimes. We all get that little click during our college days. The little click happened, and this man thinks, I am so principled. What is happening to me? Why am I getting so weak? And this woman finds a beautiful opportunity. Why would she leave it? And then little things started happening between the two of them. And eventually, as we all know, it's difficult for a man to sustain and say no. So, well, he fell for her. And this affair happened. Everybody in the kingdom started talking about it. The king is no more interested in work. And then, to take care of the kingdom, there is this very strong man, like Senapati, like the commander-in-chief of the kingdom, who takes care of the fights and everything all around. So this commander-in-chief takes the command of the kingdom, that my king is gone for a toss. He's in love at this age, look at him, when everything was set right. But love is like that. It can strike your door at any point of time in life, and you have no logic behind it. So while all this is happening, now this woman, the queen, is crying and saying, what is happening to my family? The child is becoming restless. Now in all this, she thoughts of an idea. She says, let me call the guru, the teacher of the kingdom. Like all kings have guru. Have you seen in the movies where they give a better or a stronger asana to the guru to sit, touch his feet, and then come on the seat? She calls the guru and say, will you please explain it to him? What is he doing? He's ruining the family, the kingdom. He's in love. What do we do? So he goes and talks to the king, explains him, and the king says, I am in love. I'm gone. So then he tells, all right, you're in love. Let's keep her out of the system. You take care of her also and this also. Now in this whole while the drama is happening, there is this, the supervisor of the house, the one who understands, who passes the message here to there, who takes care of the queen when she's crying, taking care of the child because she's getting neglected. So he understands that justice is not being done, and he's the one who passes the major information and plays the role of whatever consequences happen in that kingdom. So while all this is happening, you know what? This is your life. No? How many would say it's not my life? I have never been in love. I have never cheated on my wife. How many would you say that? No? All good men here? That's not what I meant. This is exactly the story of planets that we have in our life, our house, our palm, our face, all of it. This is what astrology is all about. Now let me explain you how. So this strong king, the disciplined king, is like the sun of the solar system. He is strong, he is very dominating, he's disciplined. He'll come at a certain time and, rise at a certain time. That is how people who are dominated by sun are similar. They are very strong-headed, they are very principled, they are very disciplined. They are center of the house. Like, if you have work with me, you come here and talk to me. I am not going to come and give you your pocket money on first, by the way. You have a problem, you come here. Like, all the planets rotate around the sun. So people who have strong sun, you will just look at them, you would know that everybody is going to them for work. They are strong, they are stern. Now the women or men who are moon-oriented are the crybabies. They're very emotional. Anything that you talk to them about comes to emotions. They're hard to pour out to. They will always talk about something related to emotions. Even if men are like that, they will say, my partner spoke to me like that. This is not how he has to respect me. So everything is emotion bound in their life. They have a lot of mood swings. One day they'll be perfect. The other day they'll have emotional breakdown. Like moon in the solar system is. It's one day it's full moon. After 15 days, there's no moon. So people who have strong moon, they will have fluctuations in their mood like that. And you will feel that, what are they up to? I mean, is it crazy? They were fine 15 minutes before. What's wrong with them? It's nothing wrong with them. They are ruled by that planet. You need to cope up with them. They'll be fine after 15 days. Just leave them alone. No, if you leave them alone, they'll screw your life. No, you can't do that. So you have to keep pasturing them for 15 days till they are okay with you. That's moon. So they have that mood swings, but they are very nurturing. The day they are in good mood, they will feed you well, they'll take care, they'll hug you, they'll do everything. Now the people who are Mercury dominated, that's the little child. So Mercury in our body, in us, represents our mind. That's how little children are, It's like if you have a, like a fitur, like a gist, like a passion in your mind, you go crazy. It's like people call in Hindi, it's sanak aa gayi, you're stuck onto it. You want it. And then you bifurcate. Is it good? Is it bad? What am I doing? Is it right? Is it wrong? So this division thing is like little girl. In our system here, and people who are dominated by Mercury are like Karan Johar. How many of you know of Karan Johar? That Indian film director and producer. They just talk, and they talk, and they talk. So anywhere they go, they talk. And it's like a lot of movement in them. So they will go here, they will go there, they'll talk, and they'll talk, and they'll talk. They need to have the last word, that's it. So whatever you say, it makes sense to you or not, it's not my problem. I am going to say the last word because I'm dominated by Mercury. So people who are dominated by Mercury are usually very flirtatious. So they will keep hopping while you're conversating with them, you're talking to them, one topic to another, and third, and then fourth, and you realize what's happening. You can't miss them in a party. They'll go like this, here like this, like this, like this. It's like you can keep watching to them because it's so much of activity in them. They can't be settled. So it's very easy to pick in a crowd that, oh, this is Mercury, movement, like non-stop. Now the most interesting part is the courtesan, that beautiful lady. What is this beautiful lady in our system and in our lives and in the things, in the people that we meet? It is Venus. How many of you have heard of this planet called Venus? So there's this book, very popular book, which says men are from Mars and women are from? Great. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system because of let me remember, I studied it long back in my geography in which it says that it has a layer of gas that makes it very, very hot. So now you understand why women are called hot? Because Venus is the hottest planet, right? Jokes apart, People with strong Venus, if you look at them, you can't take your eyes off them. They are addictive. You just feel like seeing them more often, and you just get merged with them. You're lost when they talk, when you look at them. They have that attraction pull. You know what is Venus in our today's society? It's Bollywood. You spend money, you spend your tears, you unnecessarily laugh, you spend 5,000 rupees on a little 3 hours party with your family, you eat so much of food which you don't even think about eating otherwise, and you get nothing out of it. That's Venus. That's what people do when they get into extramarital affairs. You hide from your family, you delete phone calls, you waste your time, you can't concentrate on your work, well, you spend money on the woman. Yet you have to hide and take all the tantrums. Well, that's Venus at work. Similarly, Venus is addictions in our life. You know, so if I have to compare between wife and girlfriend and Moon and Venus, so Moon is like a fan. It was doing well till the time air conditioners were not, invented. So Moon gives you air, it's fresh, it's nice, it's workable. Well, Venus is like air conditioners. It's not good for your skin, it's not good for your joints, but it's addictive. You can't do anything without switching it on, and you don't ever want to switch on to fan. So Venus is a very beautiful planet if you use it wisely and are not addicted. How do we bring it to our homes? How do we do it to our clients? How do we do it to ourselves? I'm going to talk about it. So you remember there was this another guy in the kingdom who was like strong and taking care when the king was lost? Who was that guy? Senapati, yeah. So the commander-in-chief. That's Mars in the solar system. So the Mars where we landed a few months back. So Mars is a red planet. If you see the picture in the solar system, it's red in color. And what's red in color in our body? That's blood, which is flowing and flowing. So Mars is about your willpower in life, your action in life. Mars-dominated people are very strong-willed. They are not the commander-in-chiefs, but the executors in the organization. So commander-in-chief, son, like the boss of your organization, in case you are the boss, you will think, this work has to be done and this person has to do it. So this observant servant in the family who was very, very strong, very observant, is the Saturn in your system. How many of you have heard of the term called Shani ki Sade Sati, Shani Mandir, put sarson ka tel, and it's so fearful, We feel as if somebody is going to kill us. My God, this transit of Saturn on 24th of January, my life is going to go to hell. We get so scared. You know how scared do we get? Like if your maid is taking an off for a month. No? It's just the same. It just scares you to death. What am I going to do? Who is going to come? How will I train her? Will she ever come back? Take some more money, please stay. And blah, blah, blah. That's what Saturn does to you. So if you have a good relationship, she's going to come back, maybe not even charge more, and stay for longer. But if you have not done good to her, go to hell. So this is exactly what Saturn does. He just stays in corner and observes and hits you when the time is right. So you don't have to be afraid of this planet. You should understand what it is capable of doing and how do we manage this energy, which we will talk about. So how many planets have we covered? We have covered Sun, we have covered Moon, we have covered Venus, we have covered Mercury, we have covered Mars, we have covered Saturn, and now is the guru of the kingdom, Jupiter. So people who are dominated by Jupiter, somehow you respect them. They will come like, a grandfather or a wisdom-holded man or a wise man. You'll suddenly leave your seat and you'll say, Uncle, please, why don't you sit? So the person who makes you get up from your seat, either because of his age or wisdom, people who make you get up and leave the position, respect them, whether you do it knowingly or unknowingly, are the Jupiters of the house. But Jupiter means people who advise you, people you go up to, consultants, whether it's a law firm consultant, it's an astrologer, it's an architect, people who suggest and you say done. There are no questions asked. So when you don't argue with a consultant, he's the actual Jupiter. So this Jupiter is wise, understanding, and sensible man.